Hey there everyone, this is Mystic Fish. Welcome to episode 53 of our Factorio Space Age playthrough we're working on upgradable bases. We're on Fulgora. And what's going on? We're like out of power. So let's just talk a little bit about what is going on here. Basically, the problem that we ran into is that we are basically out of ice. And I went back and calculated how much ice do we get out of the scrap, and it's actually not enough to power the base. So we're going to have to do, I think, a few quick things to work this out. Oh, I should mention, I did find another scrap outpost up here, which is good. So we've got that powered. So now we have enough scrap, I think, to be able to power the base, or to feed the base. I did have to explore fairly far afield in order to find those. And what I did was I just went around visiting islands and dropping radars on them with some accumulators. And so that's sort of scanning the area for us as we go. We did finish the research that lets us build the rail supports on the deep ocean like that, which is nice. So this extension up here has nice straight rails, which is super nice. Okay, however, let's fix a few things. The first thing that I want to fix is I was looking at our signals here. We don't actually have any signals for being low on ice. And so I think the first thing that we want to do here is, what is all this? I don't know what all that is. Oh, that's our stack size stuff. Right. Okay, so I think we just want a very simple control here, which says, let's take a look at the green wire. How much ice do we have? And if the ice is less than, let's say, 9,600, then I want some ice. And then if I put that on the red wire, then it means that being low on ice, once we get some power, we have to wait for a lightning strike to wake up the combinator. But we can at least process, if we're low on ice, we can process the scrap. Certainly our ice cube tray produces some amount of ice. I think this is enough to keep the base going while it is idle and not processing scrap. But the other things, okay, did that work? Yeah, now we're low on ice. Okay, so we're grabbing scrap out of here now. Okay, good. It does occur to me that we need to do this, which is you only want to be enabled if anything less than 2. And this one as well. And we want to get this one here too. Can that reach? Cannot reach. Can that reach? Cannot reach. Okay, this is solvable. Okay. Copy, paste. All right, so we will also stop feeding scrap via bot if we don't need to process scrap. Okay, so that maybe will help us start generating some more ice. Okay, so now the other thing is I was checking the math here, and I think actually if you look here, this thing is taking 6 megawatts, and we put 2 extra. The EM plants are like just really electricity heavy. And so I went back and checked, and I think we do not want the extra ones here And in fact, I think we cannot afford to do productivity modules in these at all. And that instead what we want are just efficiency modules. So now max consumption 2 megawatts. I'm not sure that is correct, because 2 megawatts is the base. I think we need to see some power before this updates. 2 megawatts is the sort of like core speed of the EM plant, or core consumption of the EM plant. These all, I do have efficiency modules in all of these. Okay, so we do need to like wait till like a little bit of. All right, we'll come back and look at that. Oh, that's because I didn't get it in. Right, now this is 400 kilowatts versus the 6 megawatts. So that is, we're gonna need to do this. And then I can copy this to here. And we're gonna need to do the same thing here. Just sort of max energy reduction on all of these. Fortunately, the sort of inherent productivity is pretty close. The EM plant's inherent productivity gets us sort of most of what we want. We'll just wait till we have better access to free power once we can build large power poles across the ocean here. Okay, that's good. We need to do the same thing here. And then I can copy these two here. Okay, I think that makes enough electrolyte, but if my math is right, I do have to upgrade these to an extra speed module, but fortunately they don't, that's not going to make a huge difference. These don't pull a lot of energy. Okay, and then I think once all of that gets in, we'll see a dramatic reduction in power consumption here in the base. Okay, let's take a look. Oh yeah, we're down under 40 megawatts. Look at this. Look at the drop off here. Okay, so that's a big difference. That will help. Now, the other thing that we have here is we do have space around the outside of the island we're not using, and so we can pave it with, I think where we don't have belts that we have to deal with, we can, I think, pave these things. As long as we get, if we get 9 of these, that fits around a substation. So wherever we have substations, we can just kind of get some more accumulators in. Where else do we have some? What I should really do is just make a new blueprint, right? I should just come up here and stick a substation down. Okay, and we can make this a blueprint. Sure, you can snap to grid, that doesn't hurt. And let's call this, I want to make this like a substation with accumulators. Let's just call this Accumulator paving. Okay, create blueprint. Let's stick that in here somewhere. On our Fulgora row. Okay, so let's see what else we can pave around the outside of the base here. We can line it up on the accumulator. Oh, that's a lot faster. It's like, where else do we have accumulators around the outside? I guess here's one. Actually, I don't want to put them in the middle of the base. I feel like that might be asking for it. There's not a lot of room down here. There's some room here. There's definitely room down here. Right, let's pave some more. Good. What we got around the outside here? I want to be able to mine some of this scrap, so I'm not going to deal with that stuff yet. I guess I can do some of this area, right? Maybe this guy? It's not really in anybody's way up here. Okay. All right. Good. That should, I think. All right, we're continuing to drain these guys, so that's good. All right, how is this looking now? Yes, we're consuming a very small amount, and I do think we will produce enough scrap to do that. Let's take a look at logistics. Are we starting to build up ice at all? Well, no, I guess we're not, because it's all... We should see if ice is starting to buffer in some of these and not get used. Okay, but actually, I think what we want, we've got some, all right, here's what we want. We actually want to get accumulators in the middle of this, an accumulator in here. Okay, and this should charge overnight. And we should read the charge, and this should only be enabled if, like, A is less than 20%. Something like that. Okay, that way we only consume the ice if the accumulators can't keep up. Okay. Let's see if that will work. Accumulators are pretty charged. Are you disabled? You're disabled. Good. I think that'll give us an opportunity to build up some ice. And then we won't have to process scrap just to get ice. I don't know. I mean, I suppose we can calculate this. Okay, so if I copy, oh, let's get rid of this thing up here. All right, how many accumulators are in this? I can't even see them. Okay, let's make a blueprint just for a minute. Oh, I don't want to get the accumulators that are down at my mining outpost, but that's okay. All right, where are accumulators in here? Where are they? Here they are. 812, okay. Let's do a little math. 812 accumulators, each one steady state, if it gets charged by lightning and then drains through the day, produces 55 kilowatts. So that is 44 megawatts. And so I do think, based on what we're draining, that we can sort of live off the accumulators overnight. So let's just see how this goes. But in the meantime, let's see. What else do we have over here that we want to make sure we're not generating too much of? By the way, we've done a lot of the base Fulgoran research here. We're working on the last sort of core unlock. And I guess we want to upgrade these. Oh, recycling productivity seems good. That will also cut down on scrap we're using. Okay, so let's do 2, 3, or 3. We want that stuff. And then 4. Oh. Does this only get up to 3? It only gets up to 3. Aha. Oh no, here's 4. Okay. Great. That's our research. So then let's proceed with sort of Fulgorification here. So we are going to want to get, what's even in here? We're not using this anymore. Do we even want this? I don't think we even want this. Nor do I think we want this, to be honest. We have like so much of that stuff coming off of the scrap. I don't think we need it. Okay, so now let's get, one of the things we researched is mech armor. That's exciting. Where are you? What do you, what are your ingredients even? I don't even know what you need. Do we have all this stuff? I guess. I guess I could like turn in my current equipment. I could give it my, all right, I'm gonna wait until that gets built. We also want, because we don't have a lot of like extra mall space here. Like, how much, I'm like, do we even need this? Kind of wonder. We also got lightning collectors. I don't think we need that yet, until we're ready to pave islands with accumulators, like, which I think we'll definitely do this one. It has like almost no scrap on it, although I suppose we can mine the scrap off of it, and then well, yeah, we can just pave it. I found several sort of like pretty large islands, like look at this guy here, that have, I mean, little bits of scrap, but probably not enough. You know, this is like millions of scrap on these guys here. So that's really where we want to do the outposts. I found a lot of ones that do have lots of scrap on them, but they were like, this one's too small to get like a train in here. So we have to wait till we get foundation in order to sort of landfill the heavy oil ocean. Okay. Right, what was I doing? Making mech armor. Okay. And I can upgrade my roboports and stuff, but I think I'm not going to do that. All right, do you have everything you need except the armor? Okay, let's go swap our armor out. Okay. Let's turn this off. Let's take all of this stuff out. Okay, then you can go in there. And the best part of the mech armor is being able to fly. Is there any reason not to like stick efficiency modules in that thing? Seems like just good form. Alright, how are we doing on ice buildup? Okay. Alright, the steam plants are starting to queue up some ice over here, so I guess we did... Are you active? No, you're disabled. Okay. So they do kick on a little bit to make some steam just at the very bottom end of the... At the end of the day. That's okay. Dang, this thing takes forever. We maybe go... How's our ship doing up here, by the way? Seems to be fine. Good. It's nice to know we can get off of the planet. Did you make one? Give me that. Woo! Alright, put these in, that in, those in, those in, those in. Sure. You want to rearrange this a little bit? Let's see, if I do that. If I do that, I'll be able to get another 2 legs in. Okay, that will work okay. And then what do we put here? Maybe an extra roboport. Cool. We've done that. All right. I think it's time to... I feel like this is now stable, hopefully. So now we have a couple of things here. So what is going to be in here? Add a section. This is going to be Fulgora to Vulcanus exports. And what do we want to put on here? Rocket capacity 5. And I guess we'll get... Ooh. And how much is a stack of this? Rock capacity 10. All right, so these take like a fair amount of stuff to export. Okay, so then you are going to go to Fulgora until all requests are satisfied, and circuit condition. This greater than or equal to 600. Or whoops. Okay, quick interruption there for the dog, but that's okay. Let's see, we know we need these things. We need circuit condition. If we're out of water, we need to leave. Okay, then this is the one to Vulcanus, so any request 0. Add weight condition, circuit condition. This has to be at least 600. And we also have to check for this here, because we have to check for this condition anywhere that's not Nauvis, so that we don't run out of fuel in orbit somewhere. Okay, this should be what we want here. Good. Let's see. We need to start prepping some other ships for going to Gleba next. So let's assume we're gonna have Vulcanus to Gleba as one. So we'll get that going in orbit. That's Fulgora to Vulcanus. This is the one to Nauvis, so we're going to say this is Fulgora to Nauvis exports. And I think this is the same stuff. I do want to set up... Okay, and you're going to go to Fulgora until you have all your stuff. And... you have enough ammo. Or item count less than 5, or circuit condition water less than 5,000. Then you are going to Nauvis until any request 0, and that. Okay, good. That gets that one. So those are our first Fulgora exports. Let's see, where's the one that we just added? Vulcanus to Gleba. Let's get rid of this. Where's our ship? This guy, right? I'm just gonna build this thing in orbit. Actually, I don't want to do that. I do want to do the nuclear seed. Where is that thing? This guy. Okay, is that going to keep all of our rockets busy? Probably. Okay, All right, we'll work on those. What next? We have Fulgora to Nauvis. This one's coming here. This one is trying to get stuff. Ah. All right, we have to set automatic requests on the non-science rockets. Okay. Let's see. Oh, mech armor, we can fly. Nice. Woo! Okay, that's the best part of mech armor, really. All right, cool. I guess we should like come sit over here by the rocket silos, though. Because I'm gonna have to put my stuff down. I guess if I come back here, it's gonna be, I'm gonna put my stuff down here. Okay, so then we come over here. And, or I guess the Vulcanus one's gonna be first. So where's my requests? This guy. So this is gonna be Fulgora to Vulcanus. And these are not filtered, so that should be fine. Let's see. We need to do the same thing over here. So this is going to be Fulgora to Nauvis. And this is going to be recyclers. This is going to be EM plants. Okay, how quickly do these build if that's all we're sending up here? Oh, I need to turn that on. All right, those are gonna take a bit. Are you getting stuff in now? Okay, we got all the recyclers. That's good. We got 25 on the planet. Okay, we got 5 up here. All right, so we just need to check that we're getting these in here. Yeah, these are going. How are we on power? Rocket silos take a lot of power during launch. Okay, we are close to living off of the accumulators. Where's my accumulator paving? I feel like we should try to get some in here. Can I put the... Okay, I can get an accumulator in there. That one went there, and I can do that one instead. Oh, and I need lightning rods. Okay, that should be okay. All right, we're processing scrap, so what are we low on? Ice. Right, okay, but we are buffering here. Got 587 there. We got 598 there. Okay. I feel like that's trending in the right direction now. And this is draining. What we really want to see is that when this drains, we don't want to see the overnight. Can it... I guess we'd get just a little bit of steam. Right? Yeah. So we get little puffs of steam going here. That's okay. You're still waiting for stuff. What do you have? On the way, 10? Not enough to fill a rocket. Why is that? What are you missing? We need more refined concrete. What are you missing? Water. Oh. I forget, do I have like a separate water somewhere to power something? Yeah, here's one. Alright, I'm gonna move this guy. Up here. And do that. All right, good, that should... Okay, now we got refined concrete going again, good. Oh, these don't have protection. Anything else not have lightning protection that we've added? No, they all do. Ooh, here's a little, we could get some up here. Where's this thing? And yeah, this is dropping down to like 10%. So maybe I want to make this be like 5%. And then okay. I think with the accumulators we added, and getting charged and shooting for 5%, right? This should get higher now because we just added some. Yeah, it's a little higher. Okay. We'll see how that works. Are we making EM plants again? We are. How much refined concrete is in one of these? 50. That takes a bit. I wonder if I need multiple of these. What if we just do that? speed up EM plant construction. Oh, we do need stone bricks for lightning rods. So maybe it does make sense to put the this thing back in. Make stone bricks. And should assemble stone bricks. You're enabled if stone bricks. We need stone bricks, and I think that has to be that one. What's in recyclers? What do you need? Regular concrete. Okay, that's fine. Okay, these are all going now. Good. That is going to help with the construction. What do we have in here? 4. There comes the 5th one. Okay, good. Does that mean that you can get your stuff up here? No, because we sent it to this guy. Huh. All right, we're gonna cutscene this here. And when we come back, we'll hopefully have delivered some electromagnetic plants to Nauvis. And we'll look at what we can take advantage of there with the EM plants. So stay tuned. Okay, we are back. And let's see what's been going on in the meantime. Because I researched the scrap recycling productivity, I had an unintended side effect, which is that now the 12 yellow belts of scrap are producing more than we expected. So we are backing up somewhat here. The other thing I ran into was, as a result, I ended up with a backlog of blue circuits. In fact, you can see we've got 10,000 blue circuits at the moment. So I had to go add an extra blue circuit recycler and sort of cram it in a little bit. I did use some red belts here at various points and had to do some weaving just to make sure that, as you can see, we're generating like almost 2 full belts of green circuits out of here. But you can see that we're in pretty good steady state here. So the one that's the last in the line, like none of these are really accumulating a bunch of green circuits in the middle, which is the thing that we would want to watch for. So that's all working. And so as a result, this is all... green circuits are being recycled like pretty continuously. I decided that I would just add for the circuits, I just said, listen, if I have too many green circuits, I should just recycle and just assume that I can get rid of all the downstream stuff. I did that for blue and red circuits as well, and that's been pretty much helping all these work in parallel. What I was finding is there was like some synchronization going on where, oh, I want to recycle blue circuits, but I got to wait till I get sort of the green circuits under control, and same thing with the red circuits and so on. And so this is helping make faster progress through the backlog. What else? We are also at a point where we have actually we've buffered up all the ice that we need in here. And these are not running, so these are just sort of like ready to go, I guess as a backup. It turns out we did have enough space to run the whole thing off of accumulators. As you can see, we don't even drain them very far over the course of the day. Nice thing that I'm running into is that We are seeing the scraps pause. The only thing we occasionally run short on at this moment, you can see we're a little low on holmium ore there on the red signals. But as long as we're not clogged here, then that stuff comes through. It sort of builds up the buffer again, and then the scrap pauses. So let's see. I have been. Our Vulcanus to Gleba ship is up and operational. We're working on the seed for Fulgoran to Gleba. Okay, so what did I say? I said we were going to work on doing some work here. And so the question is, what can I accommodate here? And is there a need? It does look like... Yeah, we are expecting... Okay, so what I basically want is well, let's get one in here. Let's get an EM plant in here. Because of productivity, this ratio should be fine. And what I really care about is how fast does this go and what does this consume? Okay, this consumes 4 iron per second. So actually 2 will consume half a belt of iron and will certainly produce more than half a belt of green circuits. So that means we can replace this with just like something like this. I need to get my markers back in here. Actually, this was sort of a little bit of a, I did not, I'm going to assume this is going to be enough. All right, that lines up well over there. These should be okay over here. Oh no, this is actually just goes between a couple of lanes, so that's okay. All right, so then let's do this. I think we left enough space in here. That we can do this. Okay. Except, let's put you there. We're going to have you make copper cables. No, that's not right. Yes, fine. Copper cables. Green circuits. Right, as long as these span sort of a crack between beacons, we should be good. And so then, what do we want to do here? Let's do this. This is probably overkill, but it's okay. All right, let's see. And where are we going to get this connected? How about there? I suppose we should check power on that, because we're about to increase power. It looks okay. Power looks okay. Actually, we haven't been here in a little bit. How are we doing on uranium? Oh yeah. We're not even running Covarex at this point. Right? Yeah. Okay, cool. We still have this stuff in here. Okay. We're doing fine on that front. Okay. So, what else do we want to do? We want to look at at red circuits. So, what is the So, let's see. We want Let's see if we can do the red circuits. Work out. Okay. So what are we limited here by? We take the same amount of plastic and green circuits. So we have half a belt of each of those. Okay. If we look at these, this takes 4 and goes to 12. So half a belt becomes 1.5 belts of copper cable. I'm trying to see. Well, let's see. These are 0.5 a second, so we could get up to 7.5. So that's 15. All right, so we won't need that many. 2/3 of 7.5 is 5. So we get 5. Max of 5 of these. And then it's just a matter of you're producing 12 per second, you're consuming 1.3 per second. So that's 4/3. This is wow, I can do a lot. I said I could get 5 of these. 5 times 4/3 is 20/3 is 6 and 2/3. And we actually generate plenty here, but this is more than half a belt, so we're going to need 2 of them. So I think we can do 1 copper cable one, and then can we do 3? If I do 7.5, 3 of these is 4 per second, right? 4/3 times 3 is 4 per second. That's less than half a belt. So this can certainly generate it. Okay, so we can do, all right. This is gonna work fine. I think we can do this. Let's get all of this stuff out of the way. We did leave space. Right? There's space for a beacon here? Yeah, if we move this stuff out. Okay, so let's get this one out of the way. We need to do this. How do you have nowhere to put green circuits? That doesn't seem like that should be possible. Where's some blue chips? Here. Put your extra green chips over here. All right, now we said we want one of these. And then I think as long as we it actually doesn't matter where we put these because they're 4, so they will always span. Except that I need a way to get a copper cable out. Right. This is going to filter the copper. Which way? To the left. Filter copper left. Okay, that means we can do this. And then I think we can just do in and out. Let's use these power poles since we have them here. And that. That means we can do especially if we move these. Move these up. No, that doesn't work. Move these down. Ah! What am I doing? Okay. Oh, this is okay. Fine, we'll do that. In and out. And that'll power that. And then we need to put the red circuits back, or put the copper to the right. And then we can copy all of this. Am I not getting the copper in? I'm not getting the copper in. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Let's try this again. Copy this. Sure. And then this should actually filter red circuits. Only, and then the red circuits go out here. Okay, let's see if that works for us. Looks like we have a broken belt there. Oh, this has to... Ooh. Oh, this is not straightforward. Alright, let's move this stuff down. Just for a minute. I guess... Actually, what we really want is, I think, red circuits to the left. And then I think you can get through there. Okay, and then we can get this stuff up here. Power on that guy, and power on that guy. Oh, this is not right. This is wrong. Wow, I broke all kinds of stuff here. This is working up here. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some efficiency modules in these guys. The base productivity of the EM plant is fine, and this way we still get a big boost, I think, for a reduction in the resource usage. Okay, and then the last thing we need to design is probably, we'll swap out the green and red circuits here later. We can do that off camera, but we do need to design blue circuits. Okay, so let's get an EM plant for blue circuits. All right, so this is constrained by the green circuit belt. So this consumes 4. So four of these will take up the whole belt. Okay, so then let's get rid of this stuff. And you produce how much? 0.3? Okay, so less than half a belt. Okay. Let's see. We want to make sure we leave a space here. Just lost my... All right. You're going to take 1 extra space. And you're going to take 1 extra space. Okay. Good. So we're going to do this. These are the blue circuits. No, that one's already spaced out, so this is going to be... Oh, I didn't put it in the right place. It's actually here. Okay. All right. Green circuits are going to come in here. You consume 4, so 1 inserter is enough. Those are green circuits. These will be red circuits, and it's just in and out. And then you can go this way. Oh, this one's going to end up being pretty easy, I think. Where did I bring the sulfuric acid in from? It's up here. Okay. Let's give you these guys. Okay. I think that's it. This is the blue circuits. This is the green circuits in. These are blue circuits out. These are red circuits in. Oh, can't reach. That seems addressable. All right, blue circuit's off and running. And I think we can get rid of these. And it should be the case that we are able to consume the entire belt of green circuits here. Okay, great. All right, I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna go substitute all of our circuit builds with these kinds, and then we'll be back after that. Okay, we are back here on Nauvis. We have now upgraded all circuit production to use electromagnetic plants. As desired, I also added some lights because lights are nice for seeing stuff. And we can come over here to Vulcanus and do something similar. So I believe all we have to do is get this stuff out of here. Oh, am I importing? This is a good question. Am I importing the stuff from... Oh, I do. Okay, great. Oh, I do have EM plants here. Great, great, great. So then I can just do this guy. Does it matter where I put this? I don't think it does. You're gonna do these. You're gonna get... You're gonna do that. And I think we already established that... actually, 2 of these is sufficient. And how worried are we about power here? It looks like not very. Although maybe still a good idea. I don't know, are we making some? We are making some. Oh yeah, we had some for the drills. That feels like possibly a good idea. Okay, great. We'll come back and do these. Red circuit wise, I think we just established we just need 5 EM plants to do that. So we can get rid of this stuff. And get an EM plant. And I think we'd put it here. Make red circuits. Put some of those in, in, out. Okay, and then we need 5. Okay, and then the last thing to design, which is not really going to be much of a design because we already have it, is we're going to get rid of this stuff. We're going to go back here. We're going to copy one of these guys. Go back to Vulcanus. And where do we want to line this up? I guess it can just come back to here. Maybe we bring it down here? I don't know. I guess we save a little. We can save some if we do this. about here? Let's see what this looks like. We should be able to just connect the belts after that. We appear not to have as many construction bots here. How's this guy? Is this guy ready? You're built, right? You're built. Okay. We also need, we have Vulcanus, we need Nauvis to leave, huh? Okay, let's see, is this coming in? Oh, I guess I need to do this. Since we don't have wooden power poles here. Okay. And this guy's going now. Good. Okay. I'm gonna go. Let's see. We just built this guy. So you need to do the nuclear seed. Okay, I think that's going to be the end of our episode here. While I'm off camera, I'm going to finish putting EM plants on chip builds here on Vulcanus, and finish building the next round of fleet ships that we need. And so when we come back, we'll be ready to talk about Gleba, I think. Just touching base here. We have now dropped our blue chips to normal levels, so that's good. And so I think this is all back to normal now. Yeah, oh wow, we need stone. That's interesting. I guess most of the stone is going that way. I guess that's okay. I guess we got more scrap coming through. Okay, cool. Great. Well, back to here. Like I said, we're going to finish that up, but that's what we have for today's episode. So, as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, bye.